Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to Vlogmas Day 12. Day 12. It is a very chilly day here in Georgia, and I am walking up to take care of the chickens before the morning radio show. So today is Tuesday, and we're doing the morning show. And after today, I should be back on track from recording the day before. Who knows? Who knows? Y'all know how my life is right now. But today's video, I'm going to do a pantry tour, a Vlogmas December pantry tour. Because we have stocked up a lot. We've done a lot of soups and stuff that I want to show y'all about. So that is what today's Vlogmas is going to be on. Don't know how long it's going to be because y'all know I love to chit chat when I get in the pantry. But let's go ahead and get this intro going and then jump into the pantry. Alrighty, y'all, so let's start in my canning pantry. And y'all, I'm gonna try to not blah, blah, blah too much. Y'all know how I be sometimes. But I'm going to see if I can find a chair and sit down, and we'll talk about some of the things I have and what I use them for. All right. Y'all, I feel like I'm always cleaning this room. But starting at the bottom, I have a plethora, and I'm gonna show you little videos here and there of the potatoes, the sweet potatoes, the onions. We didn't get many spaghetti squashes from the garden this year, but we got a couple. So those are here. Again, didn't get much of the acorn squashes, but they're here. We got some garlic. All of our beans are down here. This is definitely not comfortable that I decided to sit in this. There we go. Oh, that's looking up. That's definitely not a good angle. But we got a good harvest of green beans this year. So I've got green beans. I've got noodle beans. Noodle beans I like to pickle too, but these are just regular in water that a pressure can. Canned beans, and then I have dried beans because y'all know I love to can me some beans in my Nesco pressure canner. And then I got all of my relishes. Still got a good amount of relishes because that's really summer stuff. But I love to use it for tuna salad, chicken salad, all that kind of stuff. I made a big batch of cranberry sauce last year, canned some, so we'll have it for Christmas dinner this year. Jams and jellies. We got pear and fig. One of our dear friends gave us some muscadine jelly. What else do I got in here? Yeah, more of the jellies. Got tons of applesauce. Another one of our farmer's market friend, Jackie. Hey, Jackie. Gave us some of her home canned and homemade applesauce and marinara, which I'll show you. I got some diced pears. No, these are the apples from when we got apples. These are the diced apples. And then around there, I've got my cake mixes. I did a lot of those videos on I Can Do That, which I'll start back up soon. And that is making meals in a jar that kind of mimic or a copycat recipe of ones that you can buy in the box in the store. So over there is chocolate cake mix and confetti cake mix and that kind of stuff from that. Moving around, I don't even know, y'all, why I even use this. Because it's so tight in here. I've thought about changing rooms. Let me move this ladder out of the way. Get my life back together. Okay. So now over to like my juices and stuff here. I've got a couple ones of pineapple juice. Now, I got a big thing of pineapple juice when I was making Hawaiian rolls for our soup dinners. And I don't want to waste it, so I canned some juice so that I have it for next time. Because they were in a big jar. I got some pear pie filling. So these are pear pie filling. This is the apple pie filling that I did. It's a recipe from my friend Alicia over at Country Mama Musing. And they're the red hot apples. So they're in the red hots and cinnamon, and it's like a syrup. Looks delicious. I'm gonna pop one of those open for the holidays and see how they taste because I'm excited about that. I canned a lot of some juice this year. This is an apple and pear mix juice. It's so delicious. Then I just got regular apple, regular pear, and then I have a muscadine grape juice, which is really good, y'all. It's really good. It's good to have them, especially for breakfast, if you want juice, if you drink juice with your breakfast. We do, so I wanted to have some prepped. Over here, I got wing sauce. This recipe wasn't a super fan of. It's from the Ball Book of Home Preservings. It was okay. I have 2 of them left. I probably won't do it again, but it was okay. And then I have a lot of, right here, hot sauce for like the next 2 years. And it's good. I need to actually move one over to, there to the fridge now because I'm low on the other one. I got some pizza sauce from our canned tomatoes. I have homemade canned rotel for the dips. It's delicious. As you can tell, a lot of empty jars from our salsa. This was the marinara that I said before from our friend Jackie. So excited to try that. Let's see if I can't get it in there without knocking all the jars over. Moving over, I did this recipe for the first time this year, y'all. This is an apple barbecue sauce. Nobody you can see it. And I did 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, because we've used one, for like roasts and that kind of stuff, and it's delicious. So I am so glad that I did it. I got that recipe from Jessica at Three Rivers Homestead. So I'm glad that I had that. These are all my pickles. These are actually still from like 2 years ago or a year ago. This is not the past year's garden, but the year before that. Same thing with pickled dilly beans. Trying to go through those before I can anymore because they are getting a little more soggy because they're going on the 3rd year, but they're still delicious. Right here at the top are all my canned roasted potatoes. I've done a video on that. They are amazing. You drain the water, you pour it straight into your air fryer, and then it's crispy potatoes. We have a couple more left of that. We've gone through those. A lot of my dehydrated and vacuum sealed squash and zucchini and eggplants. I use those for meals in a jar like the squash casserole. They're really great. Also, we did some for chips. The chips that I did were a little salty, like a lot salty, but we're good. So I'm going to still kind of work on that recipe a little bit. Behind me are all of my diced tomatoes. Now, the quarts of diced tomatoes is the exact amount that I use for one batch when I make salsa. So that's why I did a couple in those. So when I run out of the salsa, I can kind of pop it in and get those popping. Because, you know, I sell those at farmers markets, so on and so forth. So the other ones there are just diced tomatoes for soups or salad bars, you know, that kind of stuff. Right above that is all of my pasta sauce. And we haven't really even broken into that yet. So we really need to kind of hop on top of that and do some more pasta dishes or chicken parmesan, that kind of stuff. Because it really is good. We did it one night with one of our, you see we're missing one right here. And it was really, really good. Like it was really rewarding to be able to, you know, eat your own pasta sauce that you made. And it's a tomato sauce. So I open it and I still have to add seasoning. That is what I've actually preferred canning so that it's more versatile. It's not just a pasta sauce. I could turn it into a pizza sauce if I wanted to, or I could turn it into a marinara, that kind of stuff. Moving around and trying not to trip over stuff. This is the home canned V8 juice or Bloody Mary mix. Mom and brother Chris love the Bloody Mary mix, and Mom loves V8 juice. So we have a couple of those canned. Moving around, you know, I got some distilled water or canned boiling water. I don't know what you would call that. Coleslaw. We got some coleslaw still canned. And then some of my little meals in a jar, not many. Yeah? And then my dehydrated fruits. I have strawberries, blueberries, and watermelon somewhere. I think it's out there. Up at the very, very top up there, let me see if you can see without that god-awful light. We got broth, bone broth. Most of it's, I think, turkey broth from the Thanksgiving turkey. And I'll have another way that I preserved it that I'll show you when I get to the freezer. But that's the broth up there. And then more with what we did, and the apple is we made some apple brandy, which is right up there. I made about a gallon, and it was so delicious. And yes, so that is the canning room in here. So let's move to the next pantry. Y'all, I forgot one of the most important parts of the canning area down here, and that's all the way down here, which is our canned soup. We have about 28 quarts of soup done, which is 2 meals. Different varieties. I have veggie, I have chicken enchilada, I have a bunch of chili, I have a bunch of our turkey stew that we sell, a couple ham and bean, and chicken and veggies. But we're really excited about that. That's all down there, canned, ready to pop open, bring back up to a boil, and then enjoy on a nice cold night. And then right beside that is we are making some pear scrap vinegar. Look at all the mothers in there, y'all. Isn't that cool? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay, now let's really go to the other one. So one thing in this room is all of my, let me see if I can turn the light on one-handed. Yes. Is all of my gadgets are all up here that I have to climb to get. But this is the bigger one of the pantry, so I keep all of my little goodies and my toys in here. Up at the very top, I got a lot of freeze-dried stuff and seasonings to make meals in a jar, such as like the ketchup powder, mustard powder, all of that to make the hamburger mac and cheese. I'm trying to get where you can see it. All of the stock of powdered sugar, back stock of powdered sugar, candy toppings, chocolate chips, hot cocoa, seasoning packets are all up there. And then we move down to my stock for baking and freeze-dried stuff from Augustin Farm. Y'all know I love Augustin Farm. We do have a link. It will be down in the description box so you can get you some Augustin Farm stuff. But I got the cheese powder and potatoes, and I got the chocolate milk bath there. That's one of my favorites. Y'all know I love my Nido milk powder and biscuits. And then we move down to some different flours, cornmeals, the breadcrumbs, raisins, because I sell a cinnamon raisin bread. This is citric acid. I know there's some canning salt back there, sprinkles. We got some local honey. We got honey from my cousin's husband's father's farm in Chicago, or outside of Chicago. And then we got baking powder, little knick-knack stuff. There's our pectin to canned jellies. We got sugar and biscuits. Moving over, dog treats. Oh, y'all, I talked about this in the last video, but these are my favorite. I have it upside down, but melting chocolates at Kroger to make cocoa bombs, homemade candies, all that kind of stuff, which I'll be doing on a video. So I always stock up on those. I have a lot, and I have a white chocolate version of it too. But then you have all of the dog stuff here. They have literally their own shelf. Some backup beans, even though I love to do dried beans. It's so cheap. Y'all, sometimes it's about convenience. And this is convenient to me. Even though I make my own broth, can own beans, this is convenient, and I will always do it. So that's just how it is. All right, one thing that I started doing now with my leftover bread is, y'all, I've made homemade croutons and vacuum sealed them. So they're nice and ready when we have salads to pop them off. I got plain, and then I have an herbed cheese one in here. So I got backup of croutons for salads when I have dinner parties. In the other room is my rice and my 5-gallon buckets of rice and flour and beans and sugar. But I do have some, again, this is for convenience, some yellow rice when I'm in a pinch for Mexican night, and ramen noodles because, hey, why not? This is my homemade dehydrated noodles that I've made and vacuum sealed. And then this is the noodle area. Y'all, yes, I know you could make your own noodles, but again, convenience, just to pop it out. It's cheap. I stock it up. We got tons of tuna stocked up. Mom loves the sardines for me, but these are all hers. Some oils and some homemade of our vinegars. Some seasoning. Most of our seasoning is up here. And it's like the seasoning shelves. We have it all. Whatever you need, we got for you. And then some convenient canned stuff. Cream of chicken. What else I got? Oh, enchilada sauce, condensed milk, you know, little stuff like that. More bulk seasoning. Why? Because we can. This is our SodaStream syrups. And we have, Mom loves the gin and tonic. So this is kind of her diet tonic syrup that we use for the SodaStream. I love the pink grapefruit, especially for an adult beverage. And then, of course, this is kind of like a knockoff Diet Dr. Pepper. I got crackers. And then even more bulk back stock of stuff of the Bisquick. Ziplocs. Y'all know I'm a Ziploc hoe. And crackers. These are my favorite crackers. I'll show this one since it's closer. From Aldi's. It's so delicious. It's an assortment. And we love it with hummus, with dip, whatever. I got pretzels back there too. I didn't even know that. Oh, wow. It's a good thing I'm doing a pantry tour. And we got more oils and vinegars. So let's now head to our, oh, did I not show the condiments? Yeah, condiments. Y'all know how it is for the condiments. All right, let's go to the freezer. Alrighty, and this is what we call the meat freezer. You see it's completely stocked up with some of our friends who raises beef and pork. Their beef and pork. We got some chicken, we got seafood. It's a ton of food. And then, like little other freezer knickknacks that I buy. These puff pastries are wonderful for parties, for throwing like a baked brie together. Tons of cheese and cream cheese and butter. Sour cream. Y'all know how it is. One of my friend's mothers makes whipped flavored sweet butters for the holidays. So I have one of those. And pie crust. Even though I make my own, convenience, y'all. We're talking about convenience. Convenience. But I told you on the other video too, and I'll show you here. I single serve when I prep the meats. So I put it in a bag, one, so we can pull it out for dinner and not have to do a whole thing of chicken for the next 3 nights. So again, I got salmon in there, I got shrimp, I got tilapias. These are all lunch meats right here that we cooked and cut. Like there's the turkey meat, I have some ham. That's all chicken down there, the breasts, the tenderloins, the wings, the quarters, you name it, it's probably there. Tons of roasts. We have some beautiful venison roast back there too. So yeah, let's move on to our next freezer. This is the time, y'all. I had to organize it before I shot it. All right, here we are to, I call it the veggie freezer, but right now it has everything in it. We got little small dinner rolls that we sell with our soups. I keep all of my eggshells, and then around the time of gardening, I crush, I dehydrate, I blend, and I sprinkle that out. But I mean, we have anything from carrots in here to our peppers to broccoli to our squash or our zucchini. This is all the veggies, asparagus. This is for a dinner party. You didn't see that. But one thing I wanted to show you from here is what I do is in a little 1 cup silicone things is I put some of the veggie broth. So this is great to have. I freeze it and then I pop them out in these little cups. And we put them in the freezer. I do that with tomato paste also. And what I do with that is if we're making some rice, this is a cup. So if you do a cup of this, you need a 1/2 cup of rice and it will make a full cup of rice. Because this will be your broth, so it gives it a little bit of flavoring. It's delicious. So I have that for the winter as well. So here we go. This is our veggie one. It's almost full. It's almost full. All right, this is like a miscellaneous one, really, because this has so many different random stuff in here. Some local pecans from where we live. All of these right here are frozen soups that I frozen like a sheet. It's easier to defrost, easier to store. So it's a bunch of chilies, ham and bean. There's a lot of ham meat, some sausages, some bacon. There's our turkey for the Christmas, the Merry Christmas. And there's a ham under there too. But in here, all the way at the bottom, you got all of our fruits that are left over. I got more muscadine grapes that I need to turn into jelly or juice. I have more plums, so on. I think I have strawberries down there too, but this was the fruit one, but now it's kind of like the miscellaneous overstocked one. So yeah, it's a little fun. And then the final freezer is what I call my bread freezer. I actually got this for free from Brother Chris. Somebody at his work was giving this away, and he's like, do you want it? I'm like, yeah. So it's the bread one. So it has all of my stock of bread. Tortillas that are prepped out. A lot of loaf bread. I think I got some bagels back there. Some cornbread that's pre-made. Listen, a lot of the stuff that I do it for convenience. Yes, I can make it fresh and homemade like the cornbread, but convenience. I got hoagie rolls. I got croissants all the way in the back. Mom has a lot of her wheat bread down here. And I think these right here are, is our French toast bread. So it's pre-cut, it's a cinnamon sugar bread. It's delicious, y'all. It's delicious. So this is our, this is what I do with the tortillas, is I'll pre-cut them. Now I can cut these in half and it's chips, so I can make chips easily. But yeah, that's the bread freezer and the final freezer. So y'all, that was the long-winded pantry tour. So now let's get into day 12 of the book of Luke, so chapter 12. And now a portion of chapter 12 of the book of Luke. And one of the company said unto him, Master, speak to my brother, that he divide the inheritance with me. And he said unto him, Man, who made me a judge or a divider over you? And said unto them, Take heed and beware, for a man's life consisteth not in the abundance of things which he possesseth. And he spake a parable unto them, saying, The ground of certain rich man brought forth plentiful. And he thought within himself, saying, What shall I do, because I have no room where to bestow my fruits? Y'all have a wonderful day. And remember, be blessed.
I'm coming home.